this is merely a puzzle. So what I did at the end of yesterday was I had my audience point to their friend that obsesses unhealthily on puzzles, because I knew they wouldn't point to themselves. Everyone pointed to her. I then did this. Follow along. Track. Right? Got it? In, round, through, track. Okay. You guys got it too? In, around, through. All right? Anyone want it? Anyone? There you go. Yeah, she held her hand up first. Here, have a puzzle. Never say I didn't give you anything. A big spender. Ladies and gentlemen, it is about that time. I suppose I should ask, first off, that you don't watch from a 50-foot distance. Get your butts over here. Sit down, you commitment-phobes. Come on over. Yes, you paid your money to get through the door. God forbid some juggler should sucker you into having a good time. Come on over. It is no less or more comfortable at any point on the ground. By being far away, all you do is make it harder for me. And less puppies, I guess. Yes. I think you're sitting the wrong direction. She always knows where she's been. This isn't a time before backup cameras. Yes. Ladies and gentlemen, before I start my show, I should ask a couple of things first. I need to know what flavor of show you want. I can do an good at. This is not a bluff. I've actually done this. A completely politically correct, non-offensive show that you would be comfortable with in your local church. Yes, that's what my audience wants.
No.
However, I've noticed it's Sunday morning and you're here. So I have also memorized a show where many of the jokes are aerodynamically designed to fly straight over the smaller ones' heads. If that's what the audience wants, yes! Now looking through the audience, I can already sense a mild amount of resistance. There's at least 2 people with their arms crossed like this. The body language is killing me. I promise not to attack your nipples for the next 20 minutes. Proud. Ladies and gentlemen, so they want the disturbing show. And I ask the audience, because I do multiple shows a day, which of my 2 shows they want. Would they have the Juggling show? Maybe. Or the Fire show? That was close. Both. I noticed that there was a muted response, or lack thereof, from some of you. I will point out it is a live performance. The audience is small enough that if you don't respond, I totally notice. So, will it be the Juggling show? Yeah. The Fire show? The Pineapple? It's gaining ground. Time restrictions. Both, it's like an hour and a half. Ladies and gentlemen, perhaps I should explain that the Juggling show took me decades to get down. It's true. The Fire show took me a couple of drunken evenings.
Fire show.
Juggling show. Fire show. Perhaps I should explain that there's legitimately been blood, sweat, tears that have gone into the Juggling show. Broken relationships.
Mine or yours?
The Fire show. One broken relationship. She'll never be the same. Know your safe word. If you're laughing, we now know more about you.
but a fiery juggling show.
Ladies and gentlemen, juggling show.
Wow.
Fire show.
Yeah.
Weirdly a dead heat, so to speak. Perhaps I should explain that I do this for realsies. You see,
Okay,
When it
just
looks like
juggle,
my
just
flesh.
juggle. Just juggle.
when it looks like my flesh is being exposed to fire, that would be because my flesh is being exposed to fire. Juggling show. Fire show. I am not fireproof. This means that if my flesh is exposed to fire, I get burned. That's the Joan of Arc crowd. This means that if you don't believe me, if you're exceedingly good to me, and you come to me at the very end of the show, and I do the fire show, I will show you the fresh second-degree burns on my tongue. Now that I've set the mood, juggling show! Fire show! You suck! Very well. I will do the fire show! And as per requested, it will be disturbing! All I ask from you, my audience, is that if I'm going to burn myself at my option for your amusement first thing in the morning, all I ask is that you're an amazing audience. Do we have a deal? Yeah! Oh, come on, that was weak. Do we have a deal? Yeah! Yeah! Very well. Then, first off, one moment.
That'd be hilarious.
Yeah, he just goes running across.
Ladies and gentlemen, before I begin,
That's that burn you were talking about.
in it together now.
Maybe we should sit closer.
Ladies and gentlemen, before I begin, you should know a couple things about this. I say and do a lot of things during my show that seem like staging, and they all are in fun, but I actually do this. People often ask me, what's the trick? The trick is that there isn't a trick. Now that being said, it is, if I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do this for my first show. Burn myself for your amusement. Play along with me. For one moment, and I will let you go back. Everyone stand up, stand up, stand up. It's my favorite part. You might ask why. Why? You as the sharp participatory audience you are might ask why.
Why?
Because it's a con and you're all in on it. Everyone get close like you're trying to see something really cool. It works best if no one can see past you. I'm talking to you guys back there too. Come on, come on, come on. You can do it. Escape the gravitational pull of your own butts. There you go. Make the 3-foot journey through the land of lethargy. Ladies and gentlemen, you'll notice that they have me competing with it. Oh wow, that's a puddle of fuel. That's very dangerous. Kid, I need this spot marked. Can you stand right there? No, very good. You passed the test. Ladies and gentlemen, you'll notice that they have me verbally competing with the loudest things they could possibly have me compete with. There are jousters, jesters, heroes, villains, women with assets I just can't compete with. But for one moment, we are going to compete. As soon as I light this torch, laugh, clap, scream, drop a baby from a high place. Whatever it takes, just make a lot of noise. Are you with me? Yeah! I light the torch, you go nuts. I light the torch, you lady. Rip out your own spleen and beat your brother with it. Really enthused. Educational show. 1, 2. I'm also making huge gestures. It looks like I'm trying to explain something really cool. People coming around the corner going, what the hell is going on? Yep, the suckers are coming in, don't look at them. sniper with the torch, they see all of you straining to see what's going to happen next. As they approach, they're already making up stories in their own minds as to what it could be. It could be anything. Oh my God, they're coming over for that. Wait. Just play along, play along, play along. All right. So we give it a pregnant pause. Better late than pregnant. And then we do it, but much louder. Fire good. Very primal. Sir, this is just for you with the camera. Are you ready, sir?
Yeah.
All right. Captain Enthusiasm. Let's get this great shot where it looks like it's going in my ears. All right, just for her, at that angle. Feels special. No one tell her. Ladies and gentlemen, every fire eater I've ever known has one thing in common. Every fire eater I've ever met has this one thing. Every fire eater I've ever known is idiot. However, ladies and gentlemen, seconds ago I said that every fire eater I'd ever known was an idiot. Fortunately for you people, the people have shown up for my show. I just happen to be an idiot. A fire eater. Now I call you in close for two very good reasons. The first is for me, is to gather a crowd, which is done nicely. The second is most assuredly for you. You see, you get to be in the best spot possible to see exactly how this is done. You get to watch as the flames hit my tongue from any angle. If you're close, you get to hear the flames hit my tongue. If you're irresponsibly close, you can actually smell the juggler.
Sizzle, sizzle.
So do me a favor, even if it means making new friends, go ahead and sit as close to the stage as you can. Make it weird. Come on, sit down. There you go. Sit down, sit down, sit down. Ladies and gentlemen, fire eating really is an ancient and dangerous art form. I say this because you can actually find hieroglyphs of people eating fire. And in fact, it is literally the oldest trick in the book. As long as there's been written record of there being a village with access to fire, there's been some village whack job willing to eat it. Today, on this very stage, I, Thomas Wood, am your personal morning whack job. Now, most fire eaters quit after about 5 years. It's mandatory. They're dead. This is, by the way, my 30th year. That, ladies and gentlemen, is a tough audience. I don't know which would be worse, dead silence or yay, Darwin! Fire eating. The real thing. Of course, the wind picks up now. Oh, sorry. Just flashing back to when my parents used to have a garage. Ladies and gentlemen, I would tell you not to try this at home. But I personally think this is so stupid that if you try it at home, you probably deserve whatever you get. Take the picture! Don't worry, I'll just hold it for a while. You people over here. Hello. Lovely ladies. Come here, Alvin. I love this. I kind of live for that. Here we go. Those of you wondering if it's any easier because the wind is making the flame smaller, you've obviously never used a forge. Ladies and gentlemen, what you just watched was an extinguish or an eat. It is one of the two primary tricks in fire eating. The other one being the, in my opinion, far more disturbing transfer. A transfer is where I take a happy, healthy hunk of my own flesh, light it on fire, and transfer it to the other torch. And might I say, ow! Yes, right about now, you're probably thinking to yourself, my God, why didn't this guy just go to college? Yeah, laugh it up. I did. You people over here. You'll notice that the flames stay on as it hits my tongue and it lowers into my mouth. There is fully a way to do it so that doesn't happen. Some fire eaters blow it out as it goes into their mouth. I don't do that because that would be smart. You people over here, kids, remember, I am not a role model. It's weird that I have to explain this. Lords and ladies, over the centuries there's been a lot of different types of transfers invented. Some of them seem to make audience members cringe more than others. Here is one of those right now. Now don't blink. It goes by fast. Hopefully. By the way, if at any point during the show it looks like I'm on fire, and it looks like somehow I don't know, yeah, tell me. Oh, look, it's part of the show. Meanwhile, I'm doing the Richard Pryor Memorial 100-yard dash. Thank you for being cool enough to still get that. I used to use Joan of Arc, but apparently it's too soon. See? Here we go. Oh, yes! Because it's just that easy! Yes. I'm going to bring this over here into the cheap seats. Look, the Olympics. Hello, hello. We have a couple people here. They've been swimming so hard, she looks like something's been actively crawling up her leg. Well, wasn't expecting this when you woke up, were you? Is it okay if I make you squirm just a bit more?
Yes, you say that to all the ladies.
I do. All right. Look at it.
Okay.
Look at it. And that's on fire. Imagine what I'd be willing to do. Never laugh while doing this. You ever snarf milk? It is so much worse. Guys, all of you, get in closer, 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 closer. I'm doing this all with my voice. Every foot that you get closer makes my life easier. Now, just, it's so easy at this moment. Now, watch, we're going to blow the theory that's because fire goes upward. At this point, I know that some of you are wondering to yourself, what about the mustache and beard? The mustache and beard are a personal challenge to myself. I'm Cherokee and Asian. You have no idea what a time investment this is. We're over here. It's sterile. Now, ladies and gentlemen, I know I've hit a low in the show, but that is about to change. I know some of you people are thinking to yourself, sure, he did it with his fingertips, but they are callous. That is wrong. And maybe that's it. Some of you people are thinking to yourself, sure, he did it with his tongue, but it's wet. Saliva. Sorry about that. Maybe it can take it. But I know what you people are really thinking, yes, especially you. You're thinking to yourself, can this juggler man do it with something sensitive? You people are sick! Very well. Just for those of you that like this kind of thing. And you know who you are. Yeah! Why is it always the guy? Yes, when I was younger, there was more hooting and hollering. Now it's just awkward silence. It'll happen to you. Now I can dedicate it to this yellow princess lady over here, and it'd be kind of sexy. It's true. But I know from experience that I dedicate to say this gentleman right here. It's just that much more disturbing. Sir, have you ever had a man do this type of thing for you before?
Second time.
Of course. Slut! Very well. Ladies and gentlemen, those of you getting here late especially, know this, that the audience chose what show to do. I'll go over more of this in a second, but for right now, this is something you don't see every day. And my God, if you do, where the hell have you been hanging out? Girls, hold on to your boyfriends. If you don't have a boyfriend, this is a very cool way to meet. Imagine explaining that one to the grandkids. Imagine explaining me at career day. You laugh, I've actually had the gig. It was glorious. Ladies and gentlemen, here we go. Fwah! Oh yeah. Oh, this is going to happen. Yeah, those of you getting here late, this is the show they insisted on. Yeah, they're making me do this. Yeah. Look at it, sir. It's all for you. We could be watching Juggling right now, yeah. Wait, I can tell by that unique reaction that maybe I should point something out. Ow. What is this? No clapping crap. I just lit my nipple on fire. I mean, really think about it. What the heck is it going to take? Maybe I should point out what I'm using here is Coleman's here. White gasoline. It says harmful or fatal if swallowed right on the bottle. There's a very good reason for this. It's actually harmful or fatal if you swallow it. It gets better. By the way, every time I do this, no joke guys, this is real. I swallow a bit of this poisonous. You'll see a little bit every time you use it. Fuel.
Yeah.
And every time I do this, whether it's right now or the several thousand times in practice again, I really do burn myself just a bit. Now this is especially true if I stall. You're staring at my nipple, aren't you? It's okay, it's staring at you. It is a little weird because it's not the one I lit on fire. It's like a laser beam, just dig it in. Now, ladies and gentlemen, here at this point is a bit of the art of the show. You see, I've watched as some of you could not look away. You were enthralled. Others were so freaked out that you could not look at what I was doing. Some people stared and looked away at the critical moment. Saw you look away a couple times. You didn't, she did. Did not? Weirdos. I know she did. She looked away at the critical moments, but now I was so close. So close that she can actually hear the sound of my singing and clap. Looking away, what's up, you know? Ladies and gentlemen, what this of course means that I, a faithful juggler, have been lighting myself on fire and poisoning myself sheerly for your sick and twisted Renaissance amusement. Wait. Listen very closely. It's a game we can all play together called Relive. Ladies and gentlemen, so the question is not how do I do it? You people know. The question becomes the more important why, which leads to the even more important question. have you enjoyed the show? Oh, I'm sorry, I need real enthusiasm. Have you enjoyed the show? Ladies and gentlemen, that's why I do this. Now I've noticed that in the outer rim, there have been some people that have been squirming because they know the hack pass is coming. And although you're correct, it is. There is no justified reason to run like Mexican water through a first-time tourist. No. Ladies and gentlemen, just so you know, before I get to the end of my show, you are why I do this. Nobody becomes a juggler for the money. That would be a lot like becoming a poet for the money. We become jugglers, we become fire eaters, we become performers in general for audiences exactly like you. And for that, I thank you. It is you that made the trip from the other side of Texas seem worth it. I say the other side because it's significant. A third of the way here, I was still in frickin' Texas. It's a mighty beast. Ladies and gentlemen, as for the rest of you, if you are truly so poor that you cannot afford to tip a juggling fire eater, I'm just glad I got to be a bright spot, both literally and figuratively, in your otherwise dreary day. And again, thank you. With that being said, nobody knows what it's like to be broke like a juggler, but also nobody knows what to tip a juggler or a fire eater. So instead of resorting to big, fat, easy to interpret visual hints, we shall merely put it in perspective. You see, you think nothing of giving a waiter some money if they end up bringing you your meal. That person can make an honest living because you get that that's part of the deal. This is how I make my honest living. The difference is, that guy brought your meal. I, however, lit my nipple on fire. Want to know how much it's worth? Try to get your waiter at your local Applebee's to do the same. Ladies and gentlemen, not only that, Boa points out that I did exactly the show that you asked for. Ladies and gentlemen, I offered to do the much more difficult juggling show. You said that you wanted to see the fire show. Very well. I then said, are you sure? The juggling show took me a long time to get down. You said, we want to see the fire show. I said, are you sure? Because I get burned during the fire show. And you said, burn yourself, juggler boy. We want to see that. Now, I then twirled my villain-like mustache and called you all in close. While I did the insisted on fire show, while standing on and near the crate clearly marked explosives. It's currently on fire underneath my crotch. I want you to think about that later when you think you have job stress. Ladies and gentlemen, people still sat in the first row. People put their children in the first row. Okay, I get it. That's shielding, but still. I have a theory. Get in close so you can hear this because I'm running out of voice. Ladies and gentlemen, I have a theory that the reason that this is because we've become so accustomed to all of our entertainment being very safe. Many miles away. Most risk of danger is maybe some carpal tunnel from clicking a mouse. I am not a flickering screen in your living room. And honestly, if you go through your entire life passing by anything extraordinary, you tend to lead a less extraordinary life. Lords and ladies, I like to leave my audiences with something they didn't arrive with. Syphilis. Now, I like to leave my audience with something they didn't arrive with, and that would be hopefully a bit more of a sense of wonder. You see, when a magician plies his trade, you walk away from it thinking to yourself, just maybe I saw something that was impossible happen. I do what I do, right there in front of you. Tell you how I'm doing it the entire time. By the time I'm done, nobody believes me. That way, I'm the opposite of a magician. Now, guys, I need you to evacuate this area rather quickly. I'm serious. There you go, there you go. Bring it, bring it, bring it. Go, 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 quick. Audience attention span is roughly 6 seconds. Go, go, go. You guys too, I'm serious. Over that way. Kid, pay attention. Go over there. I'm serious, right now. Go. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm a juggler. I'm a fire eater, not a magician. But if we're lucky, we can still do some magic. You see, I am indeed Thomas Woods, and I am. And it is my sincere hope that you think about this later. You see, since the moment you came through that door, there's been a couple of hundred people trying to make this day a little brighter than the other 364 throughout the year. So instead of have you enjoyed the day, or no, instead of have you enjoyed my show, have you enjoyed the day? Yeah! Next time you see one of us doing something really cool, just maybe we're actually doing that. Now, keep in mind, I just let that burn the maximum amount of time. It got as hot as it can get. I use Coleman fuel. It's hotter than regular gasoline. You can make napalm out of regular gasoline. I just put that, don't by the way, world has it. I just put that in my face for no audience reaction. Have you enjoyed the show? Yeah! Ladies and gentlemen, would you like to see one last trick? Yes! Yeah! And enthusiastically scream, encore! Encore! Louder than that! Encore! Very well. One last trick. I'll eat one torch, but I'll eat it in such a way that would make even most fire eaters scream for mommy. As soon as I light this torch, you, my first audience of the day, count to 3. That is 1, 2, 3. Then yell and scream the words, eat it. You'll see why. Now, ladies and gentlemen, I can do anything for a living. This is what I choose. It's never been for anything but that. You see, a performer without an audience is merely schizophrenic. I'm gonna light this torch. You're gonna count to 3. 1, 2, 3. Yell and scream the words, eat it. The biggest compliment you could possibly give me is to come back to my other shows, which are different, and come back and bring 5 or 6 of your closest friends. And also, if you bring it to, if you come back another day, and then perhaps next year, even better, bring 5 or 6 of your closest friends. I light the torch. You say what?
1, 2, 3.
Eat it! Very well, I will, you sick and twisted sadistic puppies. It looks huge just before it goes in your mouth. Gotta relax and let it slide. Oh! Kind of helps if you have one of these. Half the fun of that is bringing people back that don't know it's coming. Because then you get to watch them squirm. Ladies and gentlemen, truly it has been a pleasure making you laugh, making you scream, and making you squirm. Anyone that wants to stalk me, I do have cards. Also, all I ask humbly in the end is that you fill my hat. Ladies, I'm not compensating, I swear. And go have at least half as much fun as I did. Thank you.